Midwest Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank everybody that got me to my 100 subscriber finally. It took a little while, but I'm here now. I got 100. Next is 500. We're just gonna keep on building the brand. And yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. I want to get into a little sports talk this week. NBA playoffs is coming up in the next week or two with the play-in. I wanted to go over the teams that's available, the ones that are going into the playoffs, and who I think can win as of now. I want to start with the East first because it's a more obvious pick. Boston is the number one seed right now. They have 60 wins. Nobody else has over 50 wins in the East. As far as the play-in goes, the Pacers, Sixers, Chicago, and Atlanta will be in the play-in game as of now. It's looking like Miami could actually slip to the 7th seed, and Indiana could jump to that 6th seed if they continue to win. But I think Miami has the tiebreaker over Indiana right now. So they really need to finish strong. But as far as the play-in goes, I think that the Pacers and the Sixers will be the two teams that make it out the play-in and take that 7th or 8th seed. The main reason just because I just don't believe in Chicago. LaVine has been hurt. DeRozan has been wishy-washy all year. Atlanta, Trae Young is hurt. So without Trae Young, you're really not going to win. I know they got a DeJounte Murray, but I can't see them making a deep run into the playoffs without Trae Young on that team. The 6th seed to the 1st seed, we got Miami Heat, the Knicks, the Magic, Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Boston. I think Boston is the obvious pick. Somebody that can challenge them out of all these teams, I would say, is Miami. Miami has found a way to beat Boston and Milwaukee in the last couple of years and made it a deep run. That's just the Miami way. They find ways to make a deep run with the talent they got. They play hard. They play defense. If you can find a team that plays defense, they can always challenge a team that's known for like top-notch offense. So as far as Milwaukee hasn't looked. They won 47 games. You're gonna win games with Giannis and Dame. But as far as the defense, like it just looks bad without Drew Holiday and those other pieces they lost this year to go get Dame Lillard. So I don't really see Milwaukee being a threat this year. Cleveland really is not a threat. Donovan Mitchell or Garland ends up disappearing at the wrong time, so I don't see them doing much. Orlando could make some noise because they're a young team. They look hungry, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made it out the first round to the second round. The Knicks, I think Knicks will actually be one and done due to Julius Randle being out for the rest of the season. He just had surgery today. He'll be out for the next 2 months. The playoffs will be over with then. Milwaukee's not going to be able to win just behind Bronson, in my opinion. I don't think they will. And Miami, that's the team, like I said, led by Jimmy Butler. They got the shooters. They got the coach. They got that Miami, the attitude, that defense first type of team. So they could really pretty much beat anybody. I don't know if they could beat Boston this year. Long as Porzingis shows up and balls out with Jalen and Tatum, I can't see anybody beating Boston. So as of right now, I'm going with the obvious pick. I think Boston will win the East, but I think that it will be either. I'm thinking Boston versus Miami in the Eastern Conference Final. That's just an early prediction for me. As far as the West go, they're a lot closer when you look at the standings right now, and a lot can happen in these next couple of days with the 4th to the 9th seed can switch overnight just by how close it is. Really like two to 3 games apart from the 4th seed all the way down to the 9th. As far as the play-in goes, the Warriors, Lakers, Kings, and the Pelicans are the 4 teams that will be in the play-in as of now. If nothing changes, I can see the Lakers and the Warriors winning that and taking that 7th or 8th seed if that was to happen today. As far as the other 6 seeds that are already locked in, Phoenix is number 6, Dallas 5, Clippers 4, Thunder 3, Denver 2, and Minnesota 1. Surprisingly, Minnesota has been balling this year. They got a young team. I know Towns has been down for a little bit, so you bring him back and throw him into the mix. They could go on a deep run this year. So As for who will win the West, I can see Denver. Like I said, I don't think nobody messing with Denver right now. I can see Denver versus. If I had to take a pick, I would say Denver versus LA again. But with them having our number right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't make it back to Denver. But that'll be my pick for now. Denver versus the Lakers. Just going down the list like I did, Minnesota's a young team. I think if with young legs, it's very possible for them to make it to the conference final. Denver is been to the finals. They know what it's like to be a champion. So it's always possible that the champ can make it back to the finals. That's what usually happens. Thunder has been a hot team all year. Shea Gildred, MVP worthy. If he could lead his team, Chet been balling. The rest of the team, the Williams dude been balling. Dort been playing crazy defense. If they can keep it together, they can make noise. The Clippers, if Leonard and PG and Westbrook and Harden all get that same rhythm at the same time and they just ball out, very possible. Dallas, Kyrie and Luka, it's no stopping neither one of those dudes. They brought in some defenders, some big dudes like Gafford from the Wizards to play defense and get those rebounds that they needed, that they couldn't get last year. Very possible. Phoenix, you got Durant, you got Booker, and you got Bradley Beal. You got three people that could go for 25 plus every night. That's 75 points between three people. The only problem with them is they need some type of defenders down there. Nurkic, he's a nice rebounder, but he doesn't really play defense. He don't really get that many blocks as much as I've seen him play. I don't think it really sets the bar as far as a defender go for a big man. The Lakers, you got LeBron, AD, you got D'Lo finally balling out, and Reeves. So, hey man, we'll see, man. That's as of right now, I think it could be Denver versus LA in the Western Conference Final again this year. So those are my quick picks for the playoffs that's be coming up very soon. As they make the playoff bracket official in the next week or two, I will give my final picks. That's all I got for NBA. I wanted to give a major shout out to NCAA women's college basketball. I watched my first women's basketball game in life, and it was definitely dope just to see two teams ball out. The top players went crazy. Angel Reese did mess up her ankle, so that kind of slowed her down. She still finished with, I think, 17 points and 20 rebounds, so that's crazy for a woman to be balling like that. Caitlin Clark shooting like Curry from the three-pointer. She went 9 for 18 on threes. She finished with 41 points. Like I said, man, they left it all on the line. Iowa got their lick back because they got put out last year by LSU. I know it's been a lot of talk with Angel Reese. A lot of people have been saying that she's playing a big bad wolf, like she was talking shit, popping her shit out last year, but when she lose this year, she's all depressed and stuff. And all I can say is that some of these people, like some of these stars, these people that become stars, I'm not an athlete, I'm not in the NBA or anything like that, but you can tell that some of these women or men, once they start getting that stardom gets on them, they don't know how to take the lights. Like when you winning, you gonna turn up, but when you losing and stuff, when you start getting death threats, people talking about killing you, doing this to you because you lost the game and shit, it could be frightening to them. And then like with women, like women are more emotional. That's the way I look at it. I don't want to make it sexist or anything, but I look at it like women are more emotional. You can't say stupid shit like that to no woman and not feel like you shouldn't be talking like that to a woman. And I know it's not just women saying this. I guarantee you it's dudes online calling them lame, saying calling them out their name and all that type of stuff, man. So I just want to say that women's basketball has made their mark. They should start getting more viewers and people should start paying attention to them, because one reason I didn't never watch women's basketball because like I'm more of I like NBA. They're dunking on people, cussing each other out and stuff. WNBA, you ain't gonna get no woman. It's rare that you'll see a woman dunk, but they can actually shoot, man. And I said with games like that, if they play like that every night, I'm down. I'll watch those top games. So I'll be looking forward to it. Also, living in Indiana, Caitlin Clark is projected to be the #1 pick. So she'll be playing here for Indiana Fever because they got the #1 pick. So that might be my first WNBA game I go to. But I just wanted to give a shout out to the college women's basketball for putting on a great show. That was only the Elite Eight. The Final Four is coming up. UConn versus Iowa is the game I want to see. I think that comes on Friday, so I'll definitely be tuning into that. Like, share, subscribe to the Michi from the Midwest podcast. That is all I have for the NBA. Yeah, man. Let me know in the comments what team y'all got going to the playoffs. That who you rooting for in the playoffs.